Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. You guys, the cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. Holy Spirit, what do you have for the Divine Collective? What do they need to know at this time? Thank you all for your likes, your shares, your comments, and the subscriptions. Welcome to my new subscribers. And thank you all for any consideration of donating to the channel. I appreciate you, and those who have, thank you so very much. I see you and I acknowledge you, and I ask that the blessing be returned to you tenfold. Thank you. Spirit, what do you have for the collective at this time? Okay, so I'm hearing major disappointment. It was disappointment, then major, like in all caps. Okay, so Spirit, what's going on with the major disappointment? Y'all, I'm being shown like a bus, like a traveling bus, and possibly a port, like a bus station energy. What's the major disappointment? Okay, hemmed up. So somebody's expecting, I'm hearing cargo, but it's in like a human form, like they're looking at people as cargo. This fell out on the floor in this position, you guys, the Five of Cups reversed. So it feels like the disappointment is that I'm seeing FBI. So they've been stalled or delayed here. But it's, you know, I feel like the disappointment is that they're basically being caught, because I did the hem up energy. And maybe that's like sealing the deal for them that it's over, because I feel like once, you know, they're waiting for this bus to arrive or this shipment or whatever it is, and, you know, it doesn't, then that's kind of their cue that, you know, it's over, right? All right, Spirit, anything else with that energy? Yeah, just major disappointment, guys. And even in the Five of Cups, you guys, the picture in the card, the person has like their head hung low, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a masculine energy, like one, you know, when that bus doesn't show up on time, you know, because it was their regularly scheduled program, the King of Wands showing in the pre-shuffle, and it, you know, something's off by a measure. They know that they got to give it up. So this has to do with appointments being set, but then regular appointments, but then something not going according to plan here. But I feel like the detail, like the devil is in the details, literally, because if this thing is like a minute, you know, behind schedule or a minute short, they already know. They already have their indicator that something is going awry, is what I'm hearing. Wow. So this was a tight ship that was being ran. To, you know, that would confirm that if the smallest little indicator comes along, they know it's a wrap, or that someone is on to them. So that's possibly that FBI energy that was coming up. All right, you guys, here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Spirit, for that. I'm hearing increments even. Yeah, if we're, you know, I'm maliciously or calculating that King of Swords energy I'm getting, they have the master plan. So if something is off, they already know. Look at this, Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, y'all. What were you about to get into here? Spirit, tell us more about the Seven of Swords, please. So I'm hearing calculated risk. So this almost feels like desperate despair, last minute attempts, because I feel like now if they know something's not going to go according to schedule or plan, there's something about time, because I even saw them kind of looking at a watch, or the energy of a checking of the watch. All right, so they know that someone has it out for them or in for them, however that reference goes. With the Seven of Swords, what else, Spirit? All right, something about chastising. Let me tell you how it showed up, though. It was like a cat, or visibly I was seeing a cat and then the word cat, but then I heard chastising, but I don't understand what a domestic cat would have to do with that right now, but it's worth a mention. What else, Spirit, with the Seven of Swords? Okay, so I'm being shown like a Black Panther, but it's in the form of a human. Somebody who's very slick, very laid back, almost as if they have on all black, maybe a gold pinky ring, maybe they have a cane, but they're kind of just laid back, like in this luxurious energy here is what I'm being shown. Oh, so I heard Cat Daddy and Mac Daddy. Oh, we're talking about a pimp, y'all. Period. We're talking about a pimp. So Panther could be significant. Maybe they like Panthers, collect Panthers, like a Black Panther energy. Something about a Black Panther, y'all. And I saw, you know, the all black with the gold pinky ring emphasis, like a Black Panther to me would have like gold eyes. So the gold, the black and gold reference, and, you know, that lap of luxury energy is there, y'all. We're talking about a pimp. Well, that's how I would perceive that as, right? So is that accurate, Spirit? I heard holy moly. I don't talk like that, y'all, so that made me laugh. Okay, I guess that's a yes. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, this is what we're about to get into. So the crumbling has commenced, the foundation. I hear the people are suffering, like the people behind the scenes. Because if we're talking about a King of Swords, y'all, you know they have representatives, right? So if they sent like a call boy out to go get the bus or make sure whoever got off the bus, because I'm picking up bus energy from when I channeled in a previous reading with Port Authority, kids coming in and people scouting, they work possibly for this King of Swords energy, this pimp that I'm feeling right now. Or he wants me to feel him, rather. Okay, but that bus reference, there's like the handlers. I heard handlers. So the handlers would show up as the scouts. But with the person checking the watch with the bus was a little late. That's an indicator that something's about to go wrong. So it's crumbling. Okay, I can't help but move over here to this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This looks like an enterprise that's being demolished. It's crumbling. Like whatever was coming in real good as far as the money, the finances, the good times, just the, you know, I see people cheering each other with champagne glasses, whatever little private parties they had going on with the elite, the politicians, and the whatever that was is over. There was a lot of good money coming in, y'all, and it stops here. Let's see what's behind the 10 of Pentacles, y'all. And this was way over here. Like, this is almost like they want to be exclusive from what's about to even happen. Whatever this enterprise is. Okay, so you know what I'm getting to? Whatever that enterprise is, it was linked up with something that was legit. It was like a legitimate operation, which, you know, this energy is feeling very familiar, you guys, because this came up in a previous reading. So here we are. It was attached to something like an umbrella reference, I believe I said in a previous reading. Like the umbrella kind of looks like it's given to charity, the needy or whatever, helping, whatever. But on the side, there was like this really discreet, indirect, sort of lucrative opportunity of a business coming in by way of that cargo energy I was picking up on in the beginning of this channeling. Human trafficking, much? All right, y'all, behind the 10 of Pentacles reverse, we have the 2 of Wands. Here's a decision. Here's a decision. Now, let me see what this decision is, y'all. Spirit, tell me more about this 2 of Wands. So somebody's asking, they're contemplating, do I drop everything and run? Or do I take precaution? For me, drop everything and run would mean like to change their identity and move to somewhere in the desert in Arizona. The other possibility of that is, do they kind of just stick around until it cools off and then jump right back into it, whatever this is, this money-making opportunity? So I feel like I'm just seeing like a group of young people. I don't know. They could be between like the maximum age in this group could be 23. but it's almost as if they've been abandoned. I'm hearing destitute. They're kind of conglomerating together or whatever that is. Like they don't know what to do. They just look really clueless. They're really wet behind the ears, fresh, you know, that naive energy. But I feel like, you know, they know how to spend money because they've been getting it in through whatever this channel, this funnel was, this really discreet, I'm hearing propositional energy here. They were used to getting the money in. So, you know, you're not talking to a newbie is what I'm saying. When I say naive, it's not like they're like fresh, you know, like out the water, naive. They've been around on land for some time, a little bit, but it's like they got used and accustomed to the money. That's what that is with that Two of Wands. That's why they're in that contemplation energy. Should they just abandon ship and just move somewhere where they can, nobody knows their name sort of energy? Or do they just like stay low and let things cool off? All right, let's see what's behind the Two of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. It looks to me like they're going to stay together. Whoever these group of, you know, it feels like the trafficking victims. But it's like they wouldn't call themselves that. They wouldn't label themselves as that because they liked how this money was coming in. Plus, they have really nowhere else to go. Plus, it's like, well, since I'm here, you know, I've got a little bit saved up from what was coming in. So, you know, maybe a month or two for things to blow over should be enough. But in the meantime, y'all, let's kind of just, you know, just stick around. And I use the word conglomerate, but it just felt like maybe they're going to try to get together and maybe try to, you know, bide time themselves. That could be, you know, them figuring out how to get money without this corporation, whoever this was, energy, and build their own little side little thing here. But it's like they want to stick together because, you know, that's all they have is each other. They can't go to anybody else. Nobody else is going to understand what this is. They need to be able to get together and compare notes and on the situations. Have you heard anything? Have you seen this person? Is this person still not, you know, come to the surface yet? You know, that's what they're doing together. Three of Cups. They plan to stick together, you guys, because, you know, they share something here. This could be like the foundational victims or trafficking people. I said they don't want to call themselves victims, so let me, you know, they are in the eyes of us, they are victims, but they don't consider themselves that. They're living it up. They got to get away from home, wherever in Kansas they came from, to this big city, and they want to stay there. They don't want to go back to Kansas. Are you kidding? They want to stay here. I said the clink clink, I said champagne glasses. You know, there was some sort of private parties energy going on here, but with this Three of Cups, I feel like they want to keep that going, but, you know, they're going to kind of do it on their own without the help of, you know, that private, you know, whatever that energy was that was masked as basically their traffickers they were working for. But they want to try to figure out how to keep the money coming in. All right, y'all. Why that's important, I don't know, but I had to say it all, right? Let's see. Do I want to go here or here? Here or here? I want to go, let's see. Where do I want to go? All right, let's go here. Let me turn these cards over. So we have the Star card. We have Justice reverse, the Ten of Cups reverse, and the Hierophant, or the High Priestess. Three majors and one, I was about to say indicator, but because that's what I was feeling to say, so I said it. But we have the Ten of Cups reverse. That's a completion card, but it's in the reverse. But it has everything to do with happiness, like, you know, a joyous ever after sort of energy, but not so much in that reverse position. Let me see, y'all. Let me hone in and see what's going on. Spirit, tell me more. So I'm hearing situations, private, and muster. Like if somebody had to muster up the strength. Spirit, can you know what? Let's grab some clarifiers, y'all, just for the sake of time. Spirit, I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all because I know you're going to give it to me. But I know this is pretty heavy here with these majors. So I just want to go ahead and get the clarifiers out, Spirit. That's all. I appreciate you and thank you so much. All right. I'll put that back in position. Please clarify the cards on the table as the energies fall as they may, please, and thank you. All right, so message of concern. I told you they're kind of waiting around to see, but in the meantime, it's like, well, we need to do something here with that group. So they're waiting to hear something. They're going to get it. It's going to be concerning, of course, but they should know that. But they don't call themselves victims either. All right, here we go, y'all. Now, I was really interested in what was going to fall out on this energy. So that's letting me know I need to look at the cards behind this Seven of Swords before I end the video. So I will reveal what's there. Now, wealthy man reverse and thoughts reverse. So this wealthy man, you know, I feel like would be the header of this operation. They're not so wealthy now because it's in the reverse because of the Ten of Pentacles. The money is no longer coming in. There's been some sort of like complete halt to this operation. Now the thoughts card reverse, that's giving me like somebody that's going to be put away or they have been put away. Because now it's like, even with the thoughts, it's like all they have are memories. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So that means that they're not able to go out and create new memories. But if they were the memories of clinking champagne glasses with the elites, the politicians, all of that's over with the thought card reverse. Now that High Priestess energy, they got in this position because they are gifted. Look at the Star card in the High Priestess. They honed their giftings here. However, they achieved this wealthy man status and they were able to run this operation that was like exclusive. I heard elusive also, but it was like, you know, the naked eye could not see this operation. It was hidden so completely well. And then hidden on top of serving the elite. So, you know, there was like money running through to keep mouths quiet. But this High Priestess energy, y'all, this person was activating in their higher self, their higher intellect. They were able to make money moves because they were tapped in. But the Justice card is reversed here. That Ten of Cups is reversed here. So that lets you know all money ain't good money here with this Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, y'all. That's all. I mean, obviously, they were using, you know, their wealth. They were using their intellect, their spiritual giftings to abuse others. I mean, duh. Seven of Swords. They knew they were wrong, but it was so good. They made it an activity. It was a daily grind for them. The swords are thoughts. I was picking up King of Swords energy, even though I haven't seen the representation of the card, but it was giving me that plot, plan, strategize, but somebody who's really good at it. They're the king. But they don't have to get their hands dirty. They're too busy showing up to these parties as the wealthy man, possibly also a client. But that was the pimp energy I was picking up on. I'm being reminded of that. Let's see what this card is here. I'm going to turn this over because it's kind of like linking these two individuals, or that's a group here that they don't want to be referred to as traffickers. Now they want to be like, you know what this is, y'all? They're figuring things out. They're like, you mean to tell me that we could possibly get together and maybe do our own thing? And for you and I, it would be like, duh, like, why you giving like half of your income to this wealthy man who's your pimp, really? If you really like take all the sugar coating away, that's your pimp and you're giving it up to them. Like, you know, so now they're like, I wonder if we can like, can we really like, you know, they really sound like immature, even though they're in their 20s, like still immature, y'all. But I feel like they live a lot of time partying up here. These Three of Cups could be snorting parties. They could be drinking, parties. I don't know what goes on there, but to keep them from having to give in to the guilt and the hurt of, them being used and abused, really. And they're offering themselves up to be able to have that done. I don't know what comes with that. Let's turn this card over, y'all. Official person. It's a wrap. That's the FBI energy I was picking up on. It's a done deal, y'all. But now I feel like, the FBI has to keep an eye on this group right here. Like, they can't just, what happens after that? Once you've busted a major, organization or hidden organization for trafficking, it's like, well, what happens to the victims now? So this official person energy is either coming to the rescue or they're still watching these particular individuals who were trafficked, if that's how you say that, trafficked. And wondering what their next move is, because they are kind of just out there, well, I'm not going back to Kansas energy, So I feel like this official person still has a duty that is not done yet. They got this person. But with that Justice card reverse, I'm being pulled to that. That Justice card reverse may mean this person still has a hold on these victims somehow. And maybe that's where that message of concern is coming from, the horse's mouth. So that's why that official person possibly is still involved with these victims. I would think they should be, but at the end of the day, they're not responsible for getting these people into placements or, government, programs that's going to help rehabilitate them. That's not their job at the end of the day. Their job is to bring justice, but there's still communication here. So, this official person is still on the job. They don't want to cut off that communication or act like they don't know what's going on when they do. They're watching the situation. But it's like they don't, they really can't intervene to get these people off to safety, these victims here, because there's still communication and there's still more information that this official person could benefit from by the way of this wealthy man squealing. Yeah. But I'm being shown the Seven of Swords right now, but it's like what goes around comes around energy. Yeah. So who can be trusted here is the question. Who's this official person showing up as? I'm sure they're not showing up with a badge and introducing themselves as I'm Mr. Such and Such, a FBI consultant or whatever they say. I'm sure that's not how that looks. How about this is the one maybe waiting on the bus to arrive that was a minute late and they had to go back and report it, or they were connected to that person who was in charge of scouting. Y'all, this is definitely informant energy here. They can't really, this official person can't give up who they are. They're part of this group though. Somehow that worked in this group, they scouted, they did something. I doubt they laid on their back to give money to a pimp. I doubt they did. I doubt they took it that far. They weren't fully invested in that, but they had someone who was. Because how else would they have gotten to this point? I told y'all this was very exclusive and elite and discreet. It'd be very hard to penetrate that. All right, y'all, let me see what these two cards are. I'm going to turn over the Rider-Waite first. So that's the World card energy. So that was my what goes around comes around energy, but there has to be a full circle completion here. But that's why that official person is not quick to barge in like, everybody on the ground. It's not going to be one of those. They still have somebody on the inside here. It's not done yet. But it's on the way. It's here. I feel like they got a major component by way of this pimp energy out of the way. But it's, it's one of those things like, this what they know people. They know people. But while the communication is still going on, while they're pulled away, I heard like a tiger mom, but I saw like a bear reference. But it's like that, them being pulled away from the cubs. So there's still communication happening. All right, the clarifier that flew out on top of the world is the Child card, y'all. the victims, the trafficking victims here. Something needs to come full circle. So I don't know if the reference may be that this has been done many, many times, decades. Like this has been going on for a long time now. But it's bringing justice for once and for all. Because the world card is in the upright. If it was in the reverse, I'd say, yeah, I don't know. The saga may be continued here. But this is why that official person is being careful not to show up and say, everybody on the ground. It's not going to happen that way. It's not time for that right now. Pathway card at the bottom of the deck. It's on the way. We're on the right track with this. We're definitely getting closure here because we can see now the sun peeking through the forest. So we know we're about to make it out the forest. I say we, speaking as someone. We know we're about to make it out the forest. Look at the butterflies on the pathway. That's transformation. That's the world card energy even. Major arcana. All right, y'all. Let's see what's at the bottom of the Rider-Waite deck, and then I'm gonna do the same for the clarifying deck. So behind the Seven of Swords, y'all, just to see what else is happening here. There's the Knight of Swords. It's gonna happen quick, y'all. It's happening. And then we have the Death card reverse. That would mean, okay, Strength card reverse. Yeah, you know what, guys? Because I told you, I picked up that I don't feel like these are victims. They don't want to call themselves victims. They're going to go out and start a whole new branch. Or either that's the plan, but maybe that's why that official person is like, I can't bust them yet. I got to see what else is happening because they're about to jump off and do their own thing. And that cannot happen because what are they going to do? They're going to set up the operation just like how they were brought in. They're going to bring others in. They have like the blueprint. They just need to get the right, I'm hearing, henchmen in place. But while their leader, their pimp, is away, that's possibly being planned even behind the wealthy man's back. But I'm not so sure to say that because I feel like the wealthy man wants to keep this going. That money was too good. And they're in a position to take and steal and rob people, even of their innocence. That money was too good to them. They want to keep that going. So they're like, the wealthy man is like, if y'all want to, talk about that a little more, won't y'all get together and make something happen? And I'll try to get in touch with whoever I can. That's why this official person is still on standby. They're not trying to accept, ooh, we got busted. We need to go find something else to do. No, Death card reverse. They got their warning. They got several warnings here. The leader's even locked up. I would say daddy is locked up. But they're still not getting it. And they're feeling that they're stronger together. I was picking up on that because I felt like it was a group that just wants to stay together. They can't. I told you they're not going back to Kansas. I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but oh my gracious. Like, didn't you come to the city as a student? Or when you supposed to come start culinary school and you dropped out of that, or you never made it there, but your parents are thinking you're still in school? But y'all are printing like fraudulent things to send to your parents to tell them, yeah, I got all A's. Oh, I got 1 B. You didn't even show up to class. Like, y'all, this is what I'm picking up. Oh my God. Y'all, the tricks. I told you this wealthy man knows people, so why not? Why not make the parents happy and satisfied to keep the parents off your back? But not even knowing that you're there playing the role as a parent by way of abusing these kids and profiting off of them. Y'all, they got some sort of thing behind the scenes where, if these were people getting off a bus coming to a city to where it was routine, they had a scout out there looking for the perfect person to fit the description of, yeah, they're fresh. They're new here. They might be a student showing up to go to school or whatever. Or maybe, they're leaving their town in Kansas because, they just, eyes just wide, bright, open when they step off of that bus. That's how they got them. But the thing is, when it came to, I just had to come fill out some paperwork at the last minute because I almost didn't start, but I just got to go. Can you show me? Do you know where this place? Y'all, there it is. And how about they never make it to the classroom? They signed up for something completely different. But then when it comes to, yeah, my mom is, she's asking about this and pressuring me about that. Here comes daddy. What you need? Oh, that's nothing. We can get that done. We can, here, I'm going to get you something. What school was it again? Okay, we're going to get something. We're going to show, your classes. We're going to show the grade you made. We're going to have somebody sign it saying that, yeah, this is what it is, and have them mail it off. We're going to get the letterhead right. The label on the envelope cut looking like it comes exactly from the school. This person can get it done. They shake hands with politicians. What? Let me make sure I'm still recording. Okay. Behind the pathway card, y'all, false person. So, that would let me know. Whoever said that, we see the light, we're on our way out of the forest. Look who's still there. Like, no, you're not. Remember you told me about that dream you had? Remember when you told me that when we first met, said you wanted to make your parents proud? You wanted to be able to live, independently. You didn't want to go back home. Remember that? Y'all, bad health behind the false person. This person is no good for them, but they don't see that. They got accustomed to this money coming in. Bad health, they just rinsing themselves down the drain is what I'm saying. Water just going down the drain. Privileged lady. Look at that, y'all. Okay. Oh, man. Y'all pray for these victims. If anything, just be like, I hope they find the light. All right, hope this helps.